Escape Pod.
Good evening and welcome to Tensile Records presents The Escape Pods. I'm Danoz.
I'm Timmy Taco.
I'm Jezbot.
Ah.
Welcome to the Escape Pod. Yeah. Dan doing the intros.
That felt good.
Mixing it up a bit.
Felt very natural.
Yeah.
Takes the weight off our shoulders, Tim.
Felt familiar.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Does that mean you've been promoted?
I feel like I've stepped up a rung, which makes me feel
It's pretty good.
pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. How high is the rung, by the way?
Look, we're up.
The upper rung.
Because the rung that you're not allowed to stand on. Don't they always say that with the ladder?
It's like Icarus flying too high.
Can I ask you a question? What sizes of ladders can you get? You got your 2-step.
I just bought myself a 6 meter.
When they say
That's
6
substantial.
meter to the top?
Is that fully extended or is that like in its reclining position?
It's half that in this reclining.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's just say it's a 10-step.
Mm-hmm.
Do they count the top step? Because you're not allowed to step on it.
You are allowed to step on it.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, but you need to have acrobatic prowess.
Hold it. Yeah, you on the old ladder. You're very, very cautious on that ladder there, Jeremy.
Oh, I think
Wow.
that's perfectly reasonable.
The thing is, if you look down and the person's Facebooking,
Yeah.
FaceTiming, that's where I start to get hot and bothered, and I say, gee willikers there, Tim. You really need to
Hold that ladder.
just, when you've got a spare 5, just,
Yeah, and you don't. When I've got a spare 5, you don't have a spare 5 for me because I called you the other night and you said to me that you didn't have any time for me. You were busy watching a documentary about ants.
That's right. I was right up in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you remember?
I do. Yeah, I remember. I wasn't inebriated, if that's what you're implying.
It was.
I would have meant that you were asleep. Surely, if it was.
Oh, the ants, they're fascinating creatures.
Okay.
They really
Are they?
are. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like it, though, when the scientists pour the molten metal down the... have you ever seen this? Have you ever heard about this?
Were they scientists doing it, or just people having shits and giggles?
Is that down the termites or the ant
They
colony?
melt some metal. Was it metal or was it like copper or something like that?
It looked like liquid hot magma.
Magma, yeah. And then it hardens all up and then they excavate around...
Oh, yeah, they take the soil away and leave the structure.
Yeah, and the millions of ants just dying for our, for our pleasure.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But what's the big ants? What are they called?
Bull ants.
Bull ants.
Yeah.
Or otherwise known as fucking assholes.
Yeah. Oh, are they? So
Too strong?
It
No,
came
that's okay.
in pretty hot.
too strong for the ants?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
an ant
What are
racist.
No, you got to watch out for those pricks. They can really hurt.
So you go down to the beach, you see them, right?
Beach?
At the beach.
Sometimes.
Bull
Beachy
ants.
areas. Okay, so you're walking towards the beach. You're going over that sandy hill. There's big ants, bull ants. Watch out for the bull ants.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know
Another
the
reason not
ones.
to go to the
You're
beach. Then you go up to the hills. You get your bull ants.
Yes.
You got your emerald, your Mount Evelyn's, your Lily Dales,
Yeah.
your Wandon Valley. You got your ants up there. Well, how come they don't come here?
I think they were
This is
here.
the
I
burbs.
remember bull ants being in the reserve behind where we grew up. But
Really?
after time, I think with pesticides and whatnot, and habitation, all that stuff.
But how, if they didn't like it here anymore, did they get all the way out there? Now, I understand, like, the whole speed to size ratio with ants is quite impressive. Like, they can move pretty quick for pretty small creatures.
Did you see this documentary as well?
No, I didn't.
It sounds like you did.
No, well, I do watch the occasional ant,
Mm.
and I've noticed they're pretty quick for
Do you
their
watch
size.
ants using a magnifying glass, or is it...
Oh, look.
You want close up under the heat?
Look, even if the boys around the pod today don't want to admit to it, everyone had a little play with the magnifying glass as a kid because they saw like Tom and Jerry cartoons and thought, that looks like fun.
Yeah,
I might
sure.
try and kill an ant.
Start a fire.
I was
Start
more
a
of
bushfire.
I was more of a blowfly kind of a kid where I would catch a blowfly, and experiment a little bit. Like, all I remember one time I wanted to see how long they could breathe for, so I
Smothered it.
well I put a fly in an old shampoo container and I buried it in the backyard for a week, and then I dug it up, and sure enough, blowfly still alive, plenty of oxygen,
That's resourceful. I just on blowflies.
Was that weird? Is that too much?
No, it's
Remember our boys? Was it boys and girls? It might have been boys and girls extended 3-day hike around the prom, and Icy Cool brought out his shout out to Icy Cool, brought out his party trick. Sticking the blade of grass up a march fly's ass, watching it fly around in circles.
Yeah, I remember the weekend, and sure as hell weren't any women there. I think it was a cockfest from Sealers Cove to Oberon Bay.
You're right.
You were there when Jamie's his tent got raided.
Yes.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
What do you speak of? I wasn't.
You weren't there?
The listeners weren't there.
If you've listened to the podcast before, you've heard the story, but we were on the beach, we were messing around, and then a big cockatoo.
Yeah.
Cockatiel.
Why is that seagull got some 11sies?
Yeah, no, he's got...
it was a roll-up. It was a fruit roll-up.
No, it was a Twinkie or something.
What Twinkies?
Yeah. Oh, we're going to get back to the campsite. And he was the only one that got raided by all the animals. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
He did have some run-ins on that weekend. Some possums got into his bag.
I will tell you a story about Icicle, seeing as we're on that tip.
Oh, yeah.
Which he told me the other day. We took the kids to the footy.
Yeah.
With somebody else who I won't say who it is. Okay. And they're there for a while. The oldest kid wants to go to the toilet. He's like, toilet. You know what the footy dunnies are like. It's
no.
It's confronting.
Not really.
There's maybe 60 to a room.
Yeah, it's whiffy, and it's compulsory to rub shoulders.
It's wall-to-wall urinals.
Yeah.
Compulsory?
No, well, there is capacity for about 150 men to piss simultaneously, but you need to crowd.
So what you're saying is, if there's only like two to four people at the urinal, I don't have to walk up to the nearest guy and actually stand right next to him and rub shoulders with him.
No,
you're saying
impossible. Just does not happen.
Right,
does not happen. You insert yourself in about a 15 to 20 centimeter gap.
I wouldn't be so liberal with the insert into a gap in the male toilets.
Yeah, true.
Footy.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I know what you're saying.
In hindsight, that was probably the wrong terminology.
Yeah. So they all stood 3 to the urinal, and they've all finished up, and then in front of the entire room, the young lad has said to his dad, "Dad, how come your penis is much bigger than Uncle Trevor's?" Everybody in there. And everybody laughed simultaneously at
60
him.
dudes.
It's pretty humiliating.
That's gold.
For the other guy.
Yeah. But he shall not be named. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, look, we don't want to shame and size shame.
Okay.
He might be a grower more than a shower.
Okay.
Give the guy a break. I mean,
he's standing at a urinal. It's
cold outside. It's winter. It's footy season, so it's Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
Winter warmers.
Might have been a bit of shrinkage going on.
Yeah.
Give the guy a break. I mean,
yeah. But same rules apply. Any more than 3 shakes and it's wanking.
Yeah, true.
I thought you were going to say his son said, "What's the weird guy in the trough for?" Remember hearing about that old Melbourne alumni, the old piss guy, the old
No.
No, tell us.
Know about that guy?
No, tell us all about it.
Because no one knows what you're talking about.
Well, in the rave scene, there was a guy, Mr. Pissy Pants or whatever, and he would be found in random toilets in the urinal, asking to be pissed on, and
really,
I saw this in an ad or a preview for a documentary. So this guy, he does exist. It's a Melbourne tradition.
Melbourne.
You really must. Go.
Yeah, it's like there's the Melbourne Shuffle.
Go to Shed 14 and take a piss on some old dude.
Yeah, there's the Melbourne Shuffle. There's the Melbourne Urinal Shuffle.
I really must go. Do it here. Do it right here. Anyway, you could edit that out, Tim, if you want.
No, that's hideous. I think people need to know these things.
Yeah, that's an important part of Melbourne, my Melbourne.
It's not an urban myth, though.
And I'm glad you just, this week after last week's shellacking with you guys, accusing me basically of not getting a bad Michael Jackson bad reference right.
With
correct.
Wesley Snipes in the film clip.
I think you were complimented on your
way after the fact. I had to prove my point, Dan, and
well, that's
I had to fact check it.
Well, that's what makes a good podcast.
It sure is, yeah.
If we all agreed.
And if all you listeners want to.
Have you got any more of those tidbits stored in your mind that we
no, well,
we haven't covered yet that you need to prove?
I've just got the ants on my little pad here. Ants, molten metal. I've got Piss Man. Oh, and I've got a little tooth update.
Okay.
Prop. Here we go.
Tooth my teeth.
Just got back from the dentist today, and I know a lot of people start a story. Oh, last week no, seriously, and. It was one of the best visits I've ever had.
I was going to say, you're not drooling out of one side of your mouth, so there wasn't any local anaesthetics or...
Went in for a clean. She was all done, and she said to me, well, Jeremy, this is probably the first time I've ever said this to you, but you have no problems in your mouth. So a round of applause for me.
Okay. Weren't you going to go get your tits done in...
dental hygiene.
I'm still missing 2 teeth.
Oh, okay.
But apart from that...
they're not a problem.
The gums are looking good. The plaque level is at an ultimate low or all-time low.
How do you battle your plaque?
I floss and brush.
Do you?
My gums.
How often do you floss?
I floss today.
How often do you floss? That was someone else flossing for you.
3 times a week.
Okay. That's regular,
I would say.
Yeah.
But at the end of the checkup...
I'm an irregular flosser.
Really?
I still floss.
You really must.
Irregularly.
You really must floss.
But at the end of the checkup, I said, well... I must be, patient of the week at least. Most improved, I would think. And they said, well, I think you might be. And she gave me a little sticker saying, great checkup.
Great checkup.
To prove to Cassie
thumbs up.
that I am
all clear.
winning.
This is the
so now, for God's sake, kiss me.
This is the dental equivalent to
nice try.
Encouraging text messages about my shoulder razors.
It is.
Yeah. Does she want a piece? Tell me more about this dentist.
Happily married.
I noticed that you said
she dentist. Yes. I have mentioned her on the podcast before.
Okay.
My dentist. There was a
dentist.
Shock.
My dentist.
It was a shock.
Has she been your dent for the last 48 years?
No. I
40
did
even.
used to see
She's quite young.
A Dr. White. But he had very large hands, old man hands.
And yellow teeth.
Need that. We don't need that.
Don't want that. So I've been seeing this doctor for about 3 years.
Good, and pretty happy with the result.
I thought you had chips, dips, and candle wax on the nips.
Oh, look, I mean, it's not an American.
It's not a glory hole.
Right.
And look, I'm not saying I've got a Hollywood smile at all, but as for cavities and gum strength, I'm right up there.
Okay.
You got the all clear.
Yeah.
Great
clear.
checkup.
Great checkup.
Until he eats his next clinker.
Yeah, that's right. Or twisty.
Yeah, I'm off all those.
Well, you've had a twisty chip.
2 teeth busted on twisties.
2.
Yes, both chicken and
cheese
flavour.
Okay.
Original.
So it took twice for me to really. So, understand. Don't eat twisties, dude. Your teeth broken. And a Mentos. And Mentos.
Mentos fresh and full of life.
Yeah.
I think Mentos is really designed for at least 20 minutes of suck time before you start the...
20 minutes?
20 seconds. Did I say 20 minutes?
Yeah, you did.
20
very
seconds.
long.
20 seconds of suck time before you commence your chew motions.
Yeah.
Because the outer casing...
Break it down first, you're saying.
Is quite firm.
Yeah. Depends. If you eat a cold one, harder. They go harder. Chippity doodah.
Yeah, I can't play those games anymore. It's purely a your banana, your what else?
Soft. You got your
milk
jelly.
Bottle. Yeah, milk bottles, jelly beans, softer lollies,
Snakes.
Not that I'm
strawberries and cream.
not eating bags and bags of lollies, but I tell you what, if they're around, even as a 40-year-old, I'm diving in.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, always.
I'm probably more partial to lollies than I am to chocolate.
More than cake or whatever, yeah.
Now, I'd really like to break out some of that chocolate that's been sent to us, but you've been training up, so I don't want to upset the. Because if I gave you a chocolate bar now, that would eradicate that whole workout you just did.
Yes, it would, and then some. Because really, I'm just there scalping guns. I'm not really burning intense kilojoules and calories. As you can tell by the fact that I'm not all that sweaty.
I'm quite comfortable, actually.
I did have to ask you, have you been to the gym?
Yeah,
I've been.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you know what?
Just on the gym, just an update on last week. I'm now scheduled this coming Wednesday for an injection straight into my shoulder to alleviate my pain.
To alleviate the pain of your workouts.
Yeah.
Because you did a, what do you call it?
Did a bursa.
I did a bursa.
I did a bursa.
Yeah, I've got an inflamed bursa. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the worst kind of bursa.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I'm worried about Dan saying, you get the cortisone, but I thought it was more of a masking agent rather than a heal all, cure all.
No. I'm reliably informed that it's an anti-inflammatory right into the problem area. The problem with oral anti-inflammatories is that you de-inflame.
Yep.
He said oral and then inflamed.
Oral.
Yes. But you're sending it all over your body. This way, it's just right at the guts.
Right in the guts.
Right in the bursa. Even.
Okay, right.
Right in the bursa.
Yeah.
And it will reduce the inflammation, and I will get full range of motion, and I can get back to scalping those guns.
Scalp those guns.
I was going to say,
to the gun show.
You know what you could do? You could just go out shopping on a shopping spree, buy everything extra large, and then wear your clothes really floppy. And people will say, clothes are really hanging off you. Have you lost some weight? Like, yeah, I have, actually.
Yeah. It's not too bad, Tim.
Yeah. I'm 3 sizes smaller than the size I buy.
This T-shirt I've had for 20 years. It's, I don't know, Dan, look, I just don't want to see you do yourself another mischief going back into the gun show.
Yep.
And
well, look, I'm on a deadline. I have no other option but to battle through.
What's the deadline?
Well, I go to my holiday in the land of beautiful people in mid to late September, and you have no other option but to look beautiful.
Speaking of travel, Tim.
Yeah, well, I'm going away on Sunday.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about the hall pass that you get.
There's no hall pass.
In Patang.
Patang. We'll see how we go. It's going to be a bit of a travel episode, actually.
Going to Thailand, you say?
I'm going to Thailand.
Yes. Where's your family going?
They're coming with me. We're going on a double family trip.
Yeah.
With Icicle's family.
You'll have to get some more dirt on him. All his mates.
I'll have to see if the rumours are true, Jeremy.
Yes.
So we're going away. So in the second half of the show, we're going to dedicate it to the people that have gone away that are related to the show that have actually sent us some really must-goes.
Yeah, in previous... I can't... Popping the peas, Tim.
That's okay. I can fix that.
Yes, in previous episodes, we've asked listeners to send in their really must-goes if you're travelling and you go, I think the boys need to hear about this story. Like that kind of vibe. I think you'd already know, all the people that listen to this podcast.
Yeah. That's right. So, and we call it Really Must Go. And tonight we've got...
who's on the slate?
We've got Matty Whelan at a Madrid metal concert.
Excellent. Oh, just on metal concerts, did you hear the news a couple of days ago? A couple of old geriatrics escaped from a seniors village seniors home in somewhere in Germany to go to a heavy metal gig.
I wonder if that's the same one. That's had Creator, Ozzy Osbourne, Guns N' Roses, Slayer. Oof. I think Slayer was there. Maybe.
All the big names. Too.
Carcass.
Okay.
Real metal. How can we stop that from happening?
Can't stop it.
Okay.
They can't even hear it. So
Can't they?
No.
Tim's computer keeps
beeping.
saying messages.
Yep.
Messages.
Yeah. So we've got that. We've got Anthony Kavanaugh's back from Japan. He sent us a little tidbit. And we've got our mother.
Well, I can hardly wait.
All the big listeners.
Shall we get straight into it?
We should get straight into it. Hey, and I've got we'll run a commercial first, which is quite related to travel.
Haven't played a commercial for a while.
We'll run a commercial, and we'll be back in just a minute.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Good afternoon, folks. This is your captain speaking. We're currently heading straight for a mountain at 850 kilometers an hour. You're all about to die a horrible, fiery death, so now's a great time to thank you for flying with us, and please enjoy our complimentary bottle of Alfonso's Relief. That's right, Alfonso's Relief, located in your upper baggage compartment. Reach for the relief. Alfonso's Relief, even in certain death, reach for the relief.
Alfonso's Relief. Still going after all this time. After all these episodes. Anything? Hello.
I'm feeling a bit of indigestion. Can you please pass the
Alfonso's Relief. Alfonso's Relief.
Just so happens I've got 17 bottles here.
Still. I've got 17 cases of it still left over from when nobody bought it. So
It's a bad investment, Tim.
Well, yeah. Well, that relates to plane travel. I don't want to play that.
It's not the best relating to plane travel that I could have thought of, but
it's all we've got.
Yeah, so it'll do.
So our good friend Matty Whelan's overseas went to Madrid, big metal concert as we just mentioned a minute ago.
Like two
seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it could have been longer. We could have had a bit of a break.
Oh yeah.
But he sent back some clips, and he went to see Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
We did an episode of Guns N' Roses. You really must go.
I think we even did 2 episodes because it was just so podworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Axl Rose.
How was your experience at a glance? Because,
at a glance, it is at a glance. It's so far away, and we were in close. We were in the second section.
And I wasn't. And my recollection was fucking atrocious.
Yeah. Oh, fucking atrocious. Yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting.
You're just watching a screen at that stage.
Sound quality in a place like the MCG is just not up to par.
And as for the toilets,
it was just noise.
Yeah, it's no good.
No,
it's
wall of noise.
Yeah, no good.
No good.
Don't go to a big concert like that.
No, you want intimate spaces where you can feel part of the experience.
Okay, well, let's see how Matty went.
So I was pretty dismal yesterday at recording because I got so drunk. But this is the second day of download in Madrid. All went very well yesterday. Great mosh pit, very polite mosh pit for Creator.
Little Matt got a bit drunk and took his shirt off.
I took my shirt off when I bought a Slayer top. I bought a Slayer top, obviously Slayer I'm playing, but you know.
Dirty on the
and
way
then I got it dirty on the way.
Sulked in the train station.
Edit that bit out. I didn't sulk at all. But it was so good. It was the most polite mosh pit that I've ever been in. People were going crazy. I got hugged by a big dude in a Creator top. It was amazing. So we're getting to... Well, we've just arrived at the second day. The first band we're going to see is Guns N' Roses. Is that right? Well, the main band, they're going to play for 3 fucking hours. 3.5 hours.
The only band we're going to see.
Probably the only band we're going to see. Yeah. And we've headed straight for the food to start with. So, yeah. I'll check back in. It's pretty varied food too. Not too busy, which is great. Some pizza.
Okay, I think he's just reading a menu.
I think he's getting a little bit puffed at the end there.
He was getting a bit puffed. Well, they're walking, so.
Yeah, they're doing mileage at those gigs. You're walking around all day.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses first up for the day. Axl's really come full circle. Remember years back, it was about circa 1997, I'm going to say.
Sure.
There was this big story about how there was a riot at this music festival in the US because Metallica was on the bill, Guns N' Roses, I think maybe Skid Row was on the bill, and Axl refused to go out and perform because he had a sore throat or something. He was just being Axl.
Yeah.
And all hell broke loose.
Ah, yes.
Oh, from the punters or the players?
Yes, no, Riot.
Okay.
Riot.
Right.
In cell block
Riot.
number 9.
Okay.
I bet you he ended. Did he come on or?
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's
Riot.
So
Because we waited ages for Snoop Dogg to come out. Do you remember that? That concert at My Music Bowl, he came out, he was like 2 hours late or something.
Oh, we did go to that.
Yeah, no, we're trying to...
Oh, and that's when I started hating Snoop Dogg.
No, I actually thought he was one of the highlights. If it wasn't for him and J5, I would have really resented buying that festival ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all
Because
coming back to me. Yeah.
Beastie Boys sucked dick that
They
day.
did suck.
Yeah. And that was Jurassic 5's last gig before they went on hiatus for 5, 6, 7 years or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I brought that up with Charlie Tuna when I was talking with him.
Name dropping.
Yeah.
This guy.
I said, Charlie, we were at your last gig. What happened? And he goes, well, yeah, I don't know what happened. I was away in Jamaica, and when I came back on that day, all the band members took me aside and said, we've decided to break up, and this is our last gig.
Oh,
right.
And then went on stage and performed and tore the heart.
And then all of their careers ended and Charlie's skyrocketed.
And then they got back together.
Yeah.
So it was one of those John Farnham scenarios where it's never going to be the end. But I'd like to ask Matt, what is a polite mosh pit?
Well,
that's got me a bit miffed
I
too.
would say
Isn't
it's
that
compared to the mosh pits here, where it's kind of like headbangers, you know? And over there it's probably just like like-minded people swaying together.
Sven,
you know,
don't hit me like this.
Now,
Yes,
this
this
is,
metal is very good, yeah. Yes, it is, yeah.
they're in Spain. They're a passionate bunch, the Spanish. It just surprises me that they wouldn't be putting more gusto into their moshing. And I think headbanging, when you put it together with heavy metal, is sort of a universal way to show your appreciation for the band that's playing for you.
It's
and
like
if you're
really
not
heavy nodding.
Yeah, if you're not heavy nodding to a band that you're appreciating, it's like you're not appreciating them.
What are you doing there if you're not
Heavy
politely
nodding.
You're going the other way. What's the no? Shaking your head?
Shake, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
And so a
They
polite
would've thought
mosh,
this would've been
I'm
shaking your
picturing,
head.
instead of jumping into one another and sort of, the crowd swaying, they've sort of all got their own little space, like a rave space, and you're jumping up and down on the spot and not actually encroaching into anyone else's personal space.
This is where we're at. Safe spaces in a mosh pit. You know? Oh, yeah.
This is a safe space.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
I think the whole live gig experience really went downhill when they started really paying close attention to safety. You know how they divide off the crowd now into little segments, and you have to queue up for 3 hours to get into the front section.
All right, let's see how the
Tim, safety's important.
Safety is important. Back in when we were gigging a lot, every single time I took my sister to a gig, I had to go and collect her from St. John's ambulance.
Did you?
With a pink slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink slips. Every single gig. Oh, what's happened to you this time? Oh, I think I broke a neck. Yeah. Great.
Because she got into it, like
Yeah.
at the mosh pit with us, front row to center. You know,
Yeah.
injuries are gonna happen.
Yep.
It's a young man's game. I don't know what Matty's doing,
They
but
still-
let's find out what happened next.
Sure.
Tim.
Yeah.
Sure, I will.
Like when we were stood up there, I was like, oh man, I'm not really liking being here.
No, me too.
I was like, I want to be closer. And then we went down and it was like,
Yes, yeah. I'm just recording. I'm sending this back to my friend's podcast. Yeah, my friend's podcast. He wanted me to record the
just talk about the whole gig, like all the stuff we went and saw. But that was insane. How good was that, Zena?
Yeah.
No, you're talking.
I'm sorry, I thought I was listening.
So it was fucking crazy. Like, they finished on Paradise City. Oh my God, it was amazing. And you can hear Parkway Drive in the background playing now on the second stage. But fuck me. I sent video to you, and you have to show the other pod guys. Wow, it was so great. Jezbot should have definitely stayed to the end of the gig in Melbourne, but I don't know if it would have been like this. Because it's like now, I don't know, I think it's 12 o'clock now. I think it finishes here at 2 a.m. It's so much better in Europe, the festivals. Well, I know that, Guns N' Roses played singly in Melbourne, but over here, sorry, I'm rambling. It was such a good gig. Anyway, the gigs over here go till about 3 in the morning, even like rock and metal ones. Such a performance. Amazing. I'm in awe. I really didn't think I'd enjoy Guns N' Roses that much, but it was so good. Aussie tomorrow, Carcass tomorrow. I'm going to go record shopping tomorrow too, so I'm excited about that. I'm pretty drunk now. Well, not too drunk, but it's good. Anyway, until the next bit.
Yeah, well, you'd expect to be a little bit on the sauce.
Yeah.
Senna was giving out some full sass, wasn't she?
Yeah.
He probably deserved it. He's like he's doing the Lord's work for escape pods, but I don't know. Like, is that the place to be a journalist?
Yeah. I don't know who that dude was he was talking to at the start.
I think participation in podcasts really require an element of buy-in.
Yeah, true. True. You never know.
And
you
look,
never know
Matt, you're right about staying to the end of gigs, but look, I would say that you got to get a head start, a bit of a jump on the crowd.
I'm actually going to jump in there with Matty Wet Pants and say, yes, Paradise City was the highlight of the gig.
I mean,
so they must be doing the same show that you saw.
And it was the final song of the gig.
I have heard that song before.
Yeah.
On record, but look, I'll sacrifice one song at the end of a 3-hour gig to, get the first Uber or get the first taxi or get on a train.
And how did that go?
Man, we walked out. We got into a cab. We were, I was home before you guys got outside of the MCG.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good times. That's how you do a gig.
Yeah.
You leave.
Yeah.
I did that for Queens of the Stone Age as well, the second time. Said to Cass,
I've seen enough.
I'm done here.
I'm short enough. Yeah.
I've always been committed to that final song because, it's the last hurrah. It's where everyone wants to go all out. And I just think it's wrong to leave before.
A wasted opportunity, some would say.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Each to their own, I guess.
Well, I had to leave Scatterbrain early.
Okay.
Scatterbrain.
Scatterbrain
back in the day.
There's a callback.
And I thought, it's not going to matter. Like I've pretty much seen it. It was at Monash Uni, and Mum and Dad had to come and pick us up because it was a school night, and it finished at like 11:30, but they came to get me at 11, so I had to leave the gig.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because you just never know at that age. Oh, it's just, you're 16 and you
no mobile phones.
Oh, I think they'll finish at about 11, and they hadn't even really got into their set by that stage. But
damn it!
So I left. I thought it didn't matter. Then the next day at school, they're like, "Oh, it was awesome!" Just, at the end when they all came out, like, and I just went along with the fact that I was there. Yeah, it was sick, but then I got too far into saying that I was still there, and it was like, when they came out, and they were wearing the dildos, and it was, remember that was so. I was
what
nuts.
colour was the dildo, Tim? It was big
one,
big black one. Yeah, I remember our other brother, one of our other brothers, went to a Scatterbrain concert, and the lead singer had a coughing fit midway through a song. Had to go off stage.
Jeez.
Unfortunate.
And he was off for quite a while, and I think the guitarist invited a punter up to finish the song.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he wailed, this guy.
Because I always did
Okay.
wonder that when I was practicing guitar, if I'd ever learn one song all the way through,
Just in
in case you get called up on stage.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd done a bang-up job, this punter.
Okay.
And the lead singer cleared his throat, came back out, grabbed the mic out of this dude's hands, and then kicked this guy in the head off the stage.
Oh,
For stealing. You're stealing my bit.
Okay.
This is a 100% true
Okay.
Jezbot story.
Wow.
Melbourne, my Melbourne.
Okay.
I'm sure there's people out there now go, I was there. I was at that gig.
Okay. So if you're going to get the call up, don't be too good. I think it's the
Don't be
takeaway.
too good.
Don't be too good.
Yeah.
Johnny B, don't be too good.
Wow, Parkway Driver playing. Oh my God, I fucking even know they were Australian, but fucking hell, can you follow Guns N' Roses? Yes, they can. It was fucking amazing. I will follow up with how good Guns N' Roses were. Jesus, but Parkway Drive as well. Fucking hell.
Very enthusiastic.
Very loves Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Loves a drink.
I didn't even know what Parkway Drive is.
Oh, Australian band. Have you
I
heard
do.
of them?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Okay.
Extremely heavy.
Okay.
You've always been into that, Dan.
Yeah, well.
What else you got, Matt?
Walking in for the third day, and there's like a cover band section in the merchandise area, and there has been the last 2 days. But you can hear the cheering. They were just playing Rage Against the Machine, and yeah, they had a bit of a crowd there, people slam dancing and stuff. It's pretty funny. Yeah. So day 3, definitely loads and loads of amazing tattoos here. They also have these sort of mist tents, but they have them sort of everywhere. Like where they spray like a fine water mist in this square. It's great.
Yeah, that seems to be a popular thing with the festivals, isn't it? The spray tent?
Dude, I'm sorry, but 3 days.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
So on
isn't
the
it?
third day, he rose again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sacrilegious for starters.
Yeah,
But
well.
it's too much metal.
Wasn't
for,
there?
for
wasn't
me.
the last metal concert you went to over 2 days? or
2
something?
days. It almost fucking broke me.
Yeah, not discounting Guns N' Roses.
Well, that was a separate occasion. That was a 3-hour, separate occasion. I can deal with that. That's not too much metal. That's not really metal, though, is it?
I haven't done a sound wave, but I did recently go to Slipknot. Pretty fucking hardcore. So that was pretty good.
What
Is that
what
your
dragged
review?
you to Slipknot?
Our mate Andrew dragged me there.
Because you never really listened to Slipknot, did you?
Nah. But I did also, a few months before that, also go to Fear Factory. And I was a big Fear Factory fan.
Fear Factor?
Fear Factory.
The show?
Not so much. Mike Whitney, eat a dick.
I think it was more of a Joe Rogan, wasn't it?
No, he's the American one.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Mike Whitney. What was he? A
He was
sport?
a left arm fast bowler.
He was a
Yeah.
cricket dude, wasn't he?
Yeah.
There you go.
Cricket dude. I think that's what they call him, for sure.
Cricket.
Was that all the really must goes, Tim?
No, there's plenty more.
Oh, good.
Actually, but for this one, we're going to need to travel overseas. So we're going to blow the dust off the old time machine, Jeremy. Remember the old
I do remember this,
travel machine? So just give me a second here. I'll just fire it up. Just watch your head there. We'll just get in here. I'll fire it up. Put in the coordinates to Japan. You might want to put that seatbelt on. We're in Japan for a really must go. Our good friend and all-time listener. So, yeah.
Only listener?
No, he's taken his family to Japan.
Good on him.
Good old Anthony Kavanagh.
Arigato namaste.
Arigato.
Konnichiwa. Sushi.
Cosi. Molto bene?
Baguette?
I don't know.
Faccia di culo.
So he sent us a clip, took his family overseas, went to Japan, OCO, and
Find out what happened.
yeah, he took a little day trip and recorded it for us. So here's his thing.
All right, so back at the hotel, and staying in a place that has its own onsen, which is a big hot bath to you and me, and it's a public bath, so you've got to just get your kid off and get in there with all and sundry. There is a male and a female option. I'm obviously going for the males, so I'm looking forward to getting into the birthday suit. I've had to tape up a couple of the old tattoos that I got, Folly of Youth. However, they're quite discreet. If I had underpants on, you wouldn't even see them. However, I've put the athletic tape over the top just to make sure everyone's happy. And here are the 11 rules for bathing in an onsen. Walk through these with me. Clothes and slippers are not allowed in the bathing area. Please keep your clothes in the lockers. Done. Please rinse your body in the shower area before using the baths. Hot tip, good one, I like it. Keep it clean. Please do not enter with towels. Please bind your hair up so it won't fell while you bath. Good tip, hair's filthy. Cameras and mobile phones are not permitted. Puts a little dent in my trip and some of the memories I would have liked to have kept, but we'll go with it. Please do not sleep in the bath and sauna. This is a bullshit rule because really you can't promise that, can you? I mean, hey, snooze review. Please remain silent while you're in the baths and in the sauna. So I've got to get into this fucking hot bath. I may get a little agitated, drop some kind of word that I might not, some involuntary actions. Like, not all of us are Japanese and have the temperament of a Zen Buddhist monk. But anyway, I'll do my best. The next one's going to be hard. No tattoos and drunks allowed. I mean, I don't know how they measure this, but I'm hoping it's not with a breathalyzer. Let me just say that much. And also that they're not going to ask me to take my pants off. Anyway, it's going to be interesting. I'll report back once I arrive. Please do not wash your clothes nor dye your hair. I mean, pretty obvious, I would have thought. Doesn't say anything here about fake tans, but anyway, I'm pretty good there. Dry yourself with a towel before leaving. No food and drinks. And then last one, always keep an eye on your children. I mean, a good tip for life, but especially I think they mean don't let your kids fuck around in the onsen because it'll piss people off. And I love that about Japan. In general, it's like you see these little rules up and it's all about basically not pissing people off. I don't know whether it's because you want to be considerate or whether people are just on a fucking hair trigger here and you don't know when it's going to happen. Anyway, that said, I'm off for a nice relaxing bath soak, if you will. I better stay awake. I better not be drunk, and I better make sure they don't find those sneaky little tats, and I better also take a towel, because that could get awkward. Anyway, wish me luck. Alright, so that was an experience. The water's at like 40 degrees. I'm gonna squat on a little bucket, and then you got yourself a little another bucket, and you just pour water over yourself. Rinse yourself off because you don't want to be filthy in the hot spring. The joys of 2.5 weeks travel in Japan means a sweaty business needs cleaning. So I am currently on what are we into? Hour and a half into probably a 2-hour jaunt into laundry. The joys. But yeah, good times, and that's it for now.
It's that easy, folks.
Well done.
Yes. Easy as that.
Yeah.
I've got a few questions.
Yeah, shoot.
What's his tattoo that he got in his young
I'm going to
years?
say unicorn. because
Yeah.
it's in his
Buttocks.
underwear. Yeah,
I'm picking up a mushroom vibe.
mushroom vibe.
Yeah, maybe a little fairy on top.
Or have a nice day smile.
Yep.
I think I haven't been to Japan, but you know,
really must go.
You really must go. I'm thinking that they might be on a hair trigger. I think you might be right with that. That's why they need the baths and the Zen gardens and all
Population.
They do seem very polite.
And
I think they go out of their way to be polite, and I think the world could use more politeness.
What's the population?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Declining, would you believe? Yeah, it's been declining for quite a number of years now, and it's playing havoc with their economy.
Oh,
But
really?
It's still a great place to visit. I just want to point out one rookie mistake. If you have the option of getting in a bath with naked men or naked women, why did he choose the men option?
True.
I don't know if it was. I agree, Dan, 100%.
Whether
I
it's
don't know if
choice.
it's a choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise, we'd all know about this place.
Yeah, but you can. I think in a foreign land, first experience with an onsen, you can plead the fifth. Oh, sorry, sir, I didn't know. I thought, which option would I prefer? Definitely women.
Well, I'll try that out.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Try it out.
I definitely want to go to Japan.
It's on the list. It's
Toys
definitely on the
and
list.
toys and records.
Yep. I would like to do
In that
that
order.
too.
Well, he's definitely selling the product. Let's see what else he has to say.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
No, there's many more clips from him, but
That's it for now.
that's it for now for that one.
Okay.
Well done. Thanks.
Thank
Keep sending
you for
me-
that.
Yeah. So
And for all you other listeners out there that have been itching to send us in a really must go, that's how easy it is.
yeah, just do it.
Just really must.
Just do it. I'll edit it and make it sound good, which is what I did for our mother's little clips that she sent us when they were in Stockholm and Russia and
What,
Sweden.
Mavis and Bruiser.
Mavis and Bruiser were overseas a little while back. Mavis recorded 52 clips for us. So
above average.
yeah, so I just wanted to say
Well, she doesn't get number one listener status for nothing.
no, that's right. So I would say send us your clips, but
Maybe
little
moderate
snippets.
moderate the levels. Yeah.
Because it took me a long time to shave it down to this little presentation. But to get there, I'm going to use our other teleporter. We're going to teleport all the way to Stockholm. So you ready? I'll hit the button.
Transporter, stand by.
Thank you.
Stockholm, you really must go.
Now in your language.
How would I translate that? Stockholm måste besökas.
Австралийцы, приезжайте в Россию, чтобы убедиться в том, что между нами нет разницы.
Russia, you really must go.
By the way, I work as a guide on the Viking River cruise line, which is between Moscow and St. Petersburg. 12 days in Russia, Moscow, St. Petersburg, and small towns and villages.
Beautiful. And your name is?
My name is Natasha.
Of course it's Natasha.
Every second woman is Natasha. But in case you take that river cruise, you will be able to see the true Russia.
Okay.
Villages, and then it's a small ship, 200 people. You know everyone, you become one family.
Okay, so did you hear that? Natasha is the guide for Russia. She's fantastic. She's got a great sense of humour. She's beautiful, and we've just had the best time with her.
Babushka, a grandmother of 2 grandchildren.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, she's beautiful. She doesn't look like a grandmother either. On the train to Central T Station, Stockholm. Oh my God, some of these people look like trolls. School holidays. It's an absolute nightmare. Standing in a queue waiting to go and see how old's that ship we're going to see?
300 years old.
300-year-old ship that took 5 minutes to sink from the time that it started sailing. And at the moment we're listening to a gypsy man playing the piano accordion. At least he's not begging. Well, he is begging, really.
Of course he's begging. He's begging, all right.
But at least he's doing something to earn his keep. I'll be quiet now and let you listen to the dulcet tones of the piano accordion. There's a Spider-Man cap over there, just sitting there, waiting for someone to claim it. I kid you not, everywhere we're going, they're playing 1950s music. I suppose with only 10 million people in the city, they don't have much imagination. Unbelievable. I think they're stuck in the Viking age. It is. These casks are absolutely fantastic, but I'm not sure how you actually get the wine out. All right, that makes sense, because there's a lot of deros walking around here with these. And I'm not just talking about your father. Cider and de blonde Riker. Okay. In the lift right now. I'm telling you, everywhere it's warning sex. Just to prove it, there are cards all over the ground outside advertising massage for gentlemen. And your father said, just as well I'm not a gentleman, otherwise I'd have to go there. Dirty old man. Oh my God. We are in an old walled city, 12th century. I'm laughing. 12th century walled city, and I have to let you hear this man.
She's got a body under the show, but all she wants to do is rub my face in the door. 'Cause I can dance, I can solve all the things about me either way I walk. I can dance, I can see, I'm just standing here selling. Wow, checking everything is in a place. You never know who's looking on. I can solve all the things.
And we've got this guitar playing.
I can dance, I can see. I'm just standing here selling. What are you smiling?
I'm smiling at you, you're fantastic.
At first, give me some coin. A
I'm
second,
going
smiling.
to, hang
Hey,
on.
fuck off your hands. Shit. Get lost. Go, go, go. I can sell. I can song.
I was going to give you money. I'm going to see if I can get someone to say, Sweden, you really must go.
Måste besökas.
Well done, Mavis.
Yeah. What's with
What's
he
with
really
that
turned, didn't he?
Yeah, what's with that aggressive guitar player?
Did anyone pick,
Don't touch me, fuck off!
did anyone pick the song that he was trying to cover?
I can sing. I can. Yeah, I know the words.
It's a Phil Collins song.
Can you sing the real version?
I can sing.
I can talk. Yeah. Is the way I walk. Okay.
Yeah, but it was didn't really sound like that.
No, it didn't.
You really must practice.
Yes.
And if you want money, don't tell the person about to give you some to
fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Don't tell my mother to fuck off.
I reckon.
Yeah.
But well done. It's there's different ways to travel, isn't there? We've heard 3 different examples tonight, boys.
That's it.
You can go see some 3 days of heavy metal. You could go get a
solitude bath.
Yeah, bit of a rub down or just a soak, whatever, and or just do a lot of get around,
get all over Europe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So different ways to do it. Yeah, go out, try it out.
We encourage you to do the same. It's kind of a really must go everywhere episode, I guess.
You really must go everywhere.
Yeah.
You really must.
You really must.
I think that's great advice and good advice to leave the show with.
It is. But it's been great having you guys in the studio.
I can smell.
When in Rome?
I thought you were doing, what's that? I think I can smell the
okay, because I can
outro.
definitely smell the outro coming up.
There is a bit of a whiff.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the outro this time, Dan?
Now that you've put me on the spot, I feel a little unprepared. Can we have a retake?
This is the retake.
Yeah, go on.
Fuck, that's a fail.
Go.
And can I just say on behalf of my fellow potters, it's been great to be with you. We'll see you again next time. Goodbye. Oh, you want the sign off? I'm Danoz.
I'm Timmy Taco.
I'm Jezbot.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And opening
Who are you? 1 pod left. And 3 of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod. What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape pod sounds really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should get down. Goodbye.
Sorry, I'll just kill that. Turnstile Studios. Let's go.